We decided to spend today at one of the larger of the drying up pans close to our camp. While quietly watching the activity unfolding at the pan and looking for something interesting to film, I chose today to concentrate on some of the very common and consequently overlooked birds that we find here in the Delta. As the sun began dipping towards the horizon and the light began to soften, a flock of about 8 Egyptian geese began making their way towards us. There were always, however, 1 or 2 birds scanning the area for potential predators. Large raptors and crocodiles in these situations would make short work of an Egyptian goose, especially a young one. On the far side of the pan, a group of grey go-away birds clustered busily before 4 of them flew down to the water's edge. They all came and landed right in front of me, and I sat really still and worked very carefully so as not to spook them and chase them away. These are such iconic birds of the African bush. Their distinctive calls of gwae, gwae can always be heard here. The group in front of me fed busily at the water's edge, picking up seeds off the ground and scraping them off some of the vegetation growing here. They're generally fruit eaters, but in these dry summer months when fruit becomes scarce, they must make do with what they can find. In the early evening, Cape turtle doves began descending on the water to drink at the end of the day. They came down individually and in small groups to drink briefly before flying off to roost for the night. They too have one of the most distinctive calls in the bush and constantly urge the world to work harder, work harder. As the sun began to set, the birds all moved off and the Egyptian geese too wandered off beyond this far side of the pan and set off to find a roost for the evening.